What if two simple words could completely transform your relationships, reduce your stress, and give you back control of your life? Welcome back to our channel, Novel Nuggets. Today, we're diving deep into Mel Robbins' groundbreaking #1 New York Times bestseller, The Let Them Theory, a book that Oprah Winfrey called one of the best self-help books I've ever read. If you've ever felt exhausted trying to control what other people think, say, or do, if you've wasted hours worrying about someone else's opinion, or if you find yourself stuck in cycles of comparison, people-pleasing, or rescuing others, this book will change everything. In the next 20 minutes, I'll break down all 20 chapters, share the core concepts, and give you practical tools you can use immediately. So grab your notebook, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. Mel Robbins discovered this life-changing theory on a rainy prom night with her teenage son, Oakley. Picture this. It's prom night, and Mel is being the typical micromanaging mom, stressing about the corsage, the tux, the shoes, the dinner reservations. When she discovers the kids haven't made restaurant reservations and it starts pouring rain, she completely loses it. Then her older daughter, Kendall, whispers something that stops her cold. "Mom, let them run through the rain. Let them figure out dinner. Let them ruin their hair. It's their prom, not yours. Let them." In that moment, Mel's shoulders dropped. She felt an overwhelming sense of relief and control, not by controlling others, but by releasing that need entirely. She handed Oakley $40, said "have fun," and watched him smile wider than he had all evening. This simple phrase, "let them," became the foundation of a theory that would help millions reclaim their peace and power. The let them theory has two essential parts that work together. Part 1, let them. This means giving others the freedom to be who they are, think what they think, and do what they do. Stop trying to control the uncontrollable. Let them have their opinions. Let them make their choices. Let them live their lives. But here's the critical part most people miss. Part 2, let me. After you say let them, you must shift focus back to yourself. What can you control? Your thoughts, your actions, your boundaries, your responses. Let me take care of myself. Let me focus on my own choices. Let me create the life I want. Think of it like a seesaw. Without let them, you feel inferior, giving away your power and feeling insecure. If you only use let them without let me, you feel falsely superior and create isolation. But when you balance both, let them and let me, you achieve equilibrium, maintain healthy boundaries, and create authentic relationships. This isn't about being passive or not caring. It's about strategic energy redirection, focusing your precious time and attention on what you can actually control. Robbins shares the social media story. She discovered friends went on a trip without inviting her. Her initial reaction was hate and rejection. But using the theory, she transformed the experience. Let them accept their choice to go without her. Let me take responsibility for creating better friendships and being more proactive. Result, empowerment instead of victimhood. The key implementation steps. Recognize when you're trying to control others. Practice saying let them to release control. Focus on your own actions with let me. Create positive change through personal responsibility. 7 out of 10 people live in chronic stress, often from trying to control things beyond their control. When you're stressed, your prefrontal cortex, responsible for logical thinking, shuts down, and your amygdala, fight or flight response, takes over. This keeps you in survival mode instead of thriving mode. You can't reach your goals, be patient, or live your best life when you're constantly stressed. Here's the game-changing hack. The moment something stresses you out, say let them. This signals your brain that it's not worth stressing about. You're detaching from the negative emotion. Then say let me and take a deep breath. Deep breathing activates your vagus nerve, which directly calms your stress response. This simple pause helps you regain control and choose how to respond rather than react emotionally. The Dr. Robbins consulted confirmed. The let them theory is like a sigh of relief for your stressed brain, helping you reclaim control and get out of survival mode. Humans generate approximately 70,000 thoughts daily, many random and uncontrollable. People will have opinions about you no matter what you do. It's inevitable.
Robin shares her own story. Despite professional advice to market her speaking business on social media, she avoided posting for 2 years because she feared judgment from friends and family. This fear kept her stuck while her family faced financial challenges. The truth? Allowing fear of others' opinions to control you is a waste of time and energy. When you align your actions with your values and make yourself proud, you won't care what others think. Everyone's behavior makes sense to them based on their life experiences, their fears and hopes, past trauma, their personal story. Robin shares the mother-in-law story. Her mother wasn't excited about her engagement initially. Instead of staying hurt, Robbins tried to understand her mother's frame of reference, her fear of losing her daughter, history of family separation, and generational patterns. Understanding transformed their relationship. The 3 levels of acceptance. Surface acceptance, tolerating behavior to avoid conflict. Understanding acceptance, seeing their perspective and journey. Deep acceptance, genuine compassion and unconditional love. Most adults are essentially 8-year-old children in big bodies. They display emotional immaturity through silent treatment instead of communication, passive-aggressive emails instead of direct conversation, rage texts instead of calm discussion, door slamming and sulking. Why? Many adults never developed emotional vocabulary or healthy communication skills. Their tantrums aren't about you, they're reflections of their inability to process emotions. Your responsibility: visualize them as the 8-year-old child version of themselves. This shifts your response from fear to compassion. Then protect yourself by setting boundaries. Let them have their tantrum. Let me remove myself from their emotional spiral. Here's a profound truth. The right decision often feels terrible because we're trying to protect everyone else from feeling hurt, disappointed, or angry. Robbins shares the groom story. A man knows deep down his marriage would be a mistake, but he feels crushed by guilt and family expectations. He's trying to manage everyone else's emotions instead of honoring his truth. The chapter emphasizes, let them feel disappointed, hurt, or angry. These are normal adult emotions. Let me make the decision that's right for me, even when it's hard. You cannot protect others from emotions. Your responsibility is to live aligned with your values. Making hard decisions requires allowing others to have their feelings, while you courageously choose your authentic path. Life's inherent unfairness can't be changed, but your response determines whether you stay stuck or use it as motivation. Comparing yourself to others who have luckier circumstances wastes your precious time and energy on things beyond your control. The key insight: it's not about the hand you're dealt, it's about how you play your cards. Focus on what you can control: your effort, your choices, your response. Robbins shares Molly's story. Molly, an interior designer, became intensely jealous when her neighbor gained Instagram success seemingly overnight. She doubted her own skills and felt resentful. The counterintuitive advice? Jealousy is an invitation from your future self. It's not showing you what you can't have, it's showing you what's possible. The neighbor wasn't Molly's competition. She was her teacher, demonstrating the social media formula Molly was avoiding. Instead of shame, use jealousy as a mirror reflecting bigger possibilities and the work you need to do. When someone achieves what you want, study their methods, not their genetics or luck. Let them lead the way and show you the formula. Robbins introduces the great scattering, the period after high school or college when friend groups naturally disperse. Childhood friendships were easy because institutions provided constant proximity. Adult friendships are fundamentally different and require understanding the three pillars of friendship. Proximity. You're close enough to interact regularly. Timing. You're in similar life stages. Energy. You have emotional space to invest. When one pillar weakens, the friendship naturally shifts, and that's okay. It's usually not personal, it's circumstantial. Friendships exist for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. Trying to force seasonal friendships to last forever creates unnecessary suffering. Adult friendship requires intention and proactivity. Stop expecting others to always include you. Instead, let me reach out first, host gatherings, invest energy in people who reciprocate, and create the social life I want. The key, let them come and go without making it personal. Take a flexible, open-minded approach because everyone has a lot going on. You cannot motivate someone else to change. Change only happens when they decide they're ready, not when you decide they need to. Pushing, nagging, or pressuring creates resistance and makes change less likely. The day someone changes is the day they feel ready, not the day you want them to. While you can't force change, you can influence it through the ABC loop. A. Apologize and ask. Apologize for past pressure, taking responsibility for yourself. Then ask open-ended questions. How do you see this situation? What matters most to you? B. Back off. Completely stop the pressure. Observe their behavior quietly. Give them vital space for their motivation to emerge naturally. C. Celebrate progress. Immediately celebrate any small progress you see, linking their effort to positive outcomes. Continue modeling the change yourself. This loop may need repeating and typically requires at least 6 months of consistent application. If after 3 attempts nothing changes, add D and E. D. Decide. Is this behavior a deal breaker? E. End. Either end your complaining or end the relationship. You cannot stay and keep about it. The most loving thing you can do is stop rescuing people from the pain that could finally motivate them to change. Rescuing prevents necessary rock-bottom moments. You can't want someone's healing more than they do. Enabling through financial bailouts or shielding from consequences ultimately impedes recovery and personal growth. Robbins shares the story of someone whose brother asked for money during addiction. Saying no to the loan wasn't saying no to support. It meant believing in the person's ability to figure it out themselves. That refusal became the catalyst for real change. The framework. First, validate feelings while maintaining boundaries. Second, separate your emotions from theirs. Third, allow natural consequences even when painful. And last, offer comfort while encouraging independence. True support means creating an environment for healing without taking over their recovery process. Let them. Allow them to face their struggles and experience consequences. Let me. Create practical, non-conditional support through your presence and actions. Examples from Robbins' postpartum depression experience. People didn't ask, "What can I do?" They just showed up, bringing meals, quietly doing dishes, holding the baby so she could shower. They created an environment that facilitated her healing without requiring her to direct anything. Borrow them your belief when they have none. Stand alongside them. Hold the light high. Be a beacon of hope without trying to pull them out of the water yourself. This powerful dating chapter delivers one fundamental truth. If they like you, you'll know. If they don't, you'll be confused. People choose who they love and how they love them, and sometimes they won't choose you. That's the tough pill to swallow. Key dating insights. First, behavior reveals truth more than words. Second, stop chasing potential. Choose based on current reality. Third,
Confusion means no. Do the opposite and walk away. And last, dating is primarily about learning what you want, not just finding the one. Red flags indicating you should use let them. First, you're always initiating contact. Second, you're hoping drunk hookups become real relationships. Third, you strategically show up places hoping they'll notice you. And last, you believe their words but their actions don't match. You make excuses for flaky behavior. Let them confuse you, ghost you, send mixed signals. Let me maintain high standards, preserve my self-respect, and stay available for someone who enthusiastically chooses me.
For those in established relationships, this chapter emphasizes emotional maturity and mutual choosing. Real connection starts with inner stability and the courage to let others be who they are without making it mean something about you. You don't have to shrink, fix, or prove yourself to be loved. Robbins addresses breakups and transitions with compassion. Endings create space for new beginnings. Sometimes the healthiest, most loving thing is to let relationships go with grace. When you release what's not meant for you, you make room for what is. Every ending teaches you more about what you truly want and deserve. The book includes 2 valuable bonus chapters: How to Apply Let Them to Parenting. Using Let Them with teenagers supports their autonomy and avoids power struggles. Let them disagree with you, face consequences of their choices, and take responsibility for mistakes. But always follow with Let Me, offering guidance, establishing safety boundaries, and working with them when necessary. The theory doesn't apply when there's genuine danger, discrimination, or safety concerns. Balance autonomy with appropriate boundaries. How to apply Let Them to teams. Leaders can use this framework to reduce micromanagement and empower team members. Let team members have their own approaches while you model desired behaviors and celebrate progress. The ABC loop works brilliantly in workplace settings for influencing change without creating resistance. A Let Them theory is more than a book. It's a complete mindset transformation that has helped millions reclaim their peace, power, and purpose. Oprah called it one of the best self-help books she's ever read. And after breaking down all 20 chapters, it's easy to see why. These 2 simple words, let them, combined with the empowering follow-up, let me, create a framework for navigating every relationship challenge, stress trigger, and difficult decision you'll face. If this summary helped you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below sharing which chapter resonated most with you. Are you struggling with comparison, difficult family members, adult friendships,